Okay, so we're here with the sheep. I just moved the fence a little bit to get them to eat this last little area. I pinched it together because they haven't had access to it because I was trying to protect my walnut tree. But today we're going to be talking about are sheep valuable and is it worth having a sheep. And so we're going to show you our routine with them. We're going to talk about the prices and stuff like that we paid, what we're expecting to get out of it at the end, and then you can decide whether or not you think it's worth it. But it seems like a no-brainer to me if you have any grass at all. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to set a timer now in a second, and I'm going to move the sheep. We'll do a timer to show how long it takes me to move them. You know, start to finish, no pauses, no breaks. Hey, buddy.
Dad, he likes you.
Yeah, he's the one that always comes first.
Daddy likes
He moves right easy for me. If they do eat the walnut tree again, because the fence is off, they broke a couple of branches off it already, then we're going to be doing a quick butchering video today as well. Not really. Okay, so the sheep are there eating that little bit, and I'm going to start. We can start the timer now. I'm not going to rush or anything. I'm just going to go casual speed, and we'll see how long it takes me. Okay, starting. No, not that time. Now. I don't have to worry about sheep for 36 hours.
That's 10 minutes like on the dot.
So for 10 minutes every 36 hours, or actually if it wasn't so dry lately, I was able to leave them in some places 2 days, no sweat, and leave lots behind. Now with 36 hours, I wish some places had a little more left behind, but it's been heat wave after heat wave here the past couple weeks, so Jeannie, don't touch the fence, honey. So for 10 minutes out of your day, roughly every 2 days, or even say every day if you moved them, if you have more space. For 10 minutes, you're going to end up with 6 sheep like us. We should end up with, 50 pounds per animal of meat, so that's 300 pounds of meat. So it seems like a good deal to me. So in terms of what does it cost to raise sheep, I think we spent average around $200 a lamb when we bought them. I think it was 150 for the rams and 200 for the ewes or something like that. And then apart from that, you need these fencing, which they are about 200 bucks each. You can get away with one. We have two. Stepping posts are about $4 each when we bought them anyway, and the reel there is about $10. Big giant long roll of polywire is not very much either. So I think overall you'd actually make your money back on the first year of having sheep. But if you think about the fact that, you know, these nets we had one of them we had last year, we used it for the goats, we used it for the pigs, the polywire we used for everything, the stepping post we used for lots of stuff. So this infrastructure, if it all lasted even 5 years and you cut all those costs by a fifth, they should last much longer than that. But even if you cut all those costs by 50, you're looking at your bill for your meat for the year being very low. And you know, this is not super quality pasture, I wouldn't say, but the sheep are looking, to me, they look really healthy. You know, they don't look skinny. I've been checking their eyes are looking good. One guy we had to worm, but you know, the upfront input cost low. I bought 1 bag of grain at the beginning just to be safe. I still got half of that left. I don't use it. I bought a mineral block that was 50 bucks. Bag of grain was about 20 bucks. And this little shelter I just used to bring them around to get them some shade, I got that all from, I made that out of salvage material. There's like 2 new 2x3 on it, and that's it. So for about $10 on that. So infrastructure cost, I'm sure Jenny did really amazing graphics with the cost of everything I just talked about. Really not, you know, pretty reasonable. It's, you know, like I said, especially when you factor in that many of this stuff is going to last 5+ years. So yeah, I'd say money-wise, probably a good investment. We were looking at, Jenny will probably put up the websites, or maybe she'll overdub what I'm saying now, but I was looking at an article on CBC last year that said lamb, you know, certain times of year lamb is selling for $10 a pound. You know, the lowest it gets down, as they said, was like $6 a pound. So if we get 300 pounds for meat, $10 a pound, not that you can always get that, but that would be $3,000 worth of lamb. So even at the low end, if it was $6 a pound, that's $2 grand worth of lamb for your first year. So, you know, you've more than paid for everything if you're getting that price.
Final thoughts on the sheep. So we have got about 1 acre of property. We have got a bit of front lawn, a bit of pasture, kind of nooks and crannies throughout the homestead, and we have not been buying any feed for the sheep. They have just been eating on those little nooks and crannies and patches of grass that we have. So I think that that is such an economical use of our land that we were not using to begin with, that I would definitely do sheep again. So if we take the $150 to $200 up front, and then we compare it with how much meat we'll have at the end of the fall and be able to nourish our family for the winter, if you have thought about raising sheep, or maybe if you have a patch of grass that's going unused on your property, this might be a great way to kind of diversify the type of meat that you have, or just add something new in. And it's pretty easy so far. It has been less labor intensive than, say, the chickens or the pigs, and it doesn't come with that ongoing food bill. We're really happy with raising sheep, and if you compare the price of like per pound per sheep, if you were selling it or buying it as opposed to chicken or pig, sheep is much more expensive. And for me personally, that's one of my favorite meats to eat. I love sheep, and that gives us a little access to some red meat while we don't really have that with just the chicken or the pork. So super happy with it. Let us know down in the comments if you raise sheep, or you've thought of raising sheep, or any questions that you have. All right, have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye.